It's fancy SNES time!
Let's go! Scott here with Two Button Crew.
And I'm Simeon.
With
Two Button Crew also.
No way! And we're here to talk about the Super NT by Analog.
Yes.
It is a fancy SNES or SNES or Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Ooh, yeah. It's heavy.
It's not a classic edition. It's got nothing built in. This is all about those cartridges, baby.
Indeed. Wait, it does have something built in, though.
Oh, that's right. Super Turrican?
And Turrican, too.
Yeah, because for some reason those people are related to Analog.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
it's got a couple games in there. It's not the game you wake up every morning thinking about.
No.
From your childhood, but
This is really, really cool.
it's heavy.
It is heavy. It has this nice rubber, like this is all rubber.
Yeah.
And it's nice and so that it doesn't slide.
It's not going anywhere, even if you have an
No.
earthquake.
Even if.
If you have a physical collection of SNES games, or here's the super cool part, Super Famicom games,
The super cool part.
then you get to play them on this thing.
Yes.
Which I think is great because one of the main things is it outputs into HDMI. A
Yes.
very crisp picture up on your modern TV. So if you've got cartridges from your childhood and maybe your console is wearing down or it's hard to find TVs to plug your old stuff into, then this is your answer. If you're a collector of cartridges, this is almost a no-brainer.
Yes. It's really cool. We played on it last week.
Yep.
We actually played this game, Mario and Wario. Worked really well. It looked really nice. The interface was created by Phil Fish. If you recognize that name, it's the guy the baby who made Fez.
Baby.
Yeah, have you heard this?
No.
So, he is a giant baby. You can get that by watching Indie Game the movie.
Okay.
And then you zoom forward a couple of years while he's working on Fez 2, and people were like, when's Fez 2 coming out? When's Fez 2 coming out? When's Fez 2 coming out? I cannot believe that I was even able to say anything that remotely sounded like that 3 times in a row. And he was getting so frustrated with people that he's like, I quit the internet. And
Oh,
just
wow.
like completely quit the internet.
What a hard problem to have, buddy. Okay, so he's officially called out. Who else helped with this thing?
Square Pusher. They did the audio for the system's startup. I don't know who Square Pusher is, though.
Probably somebody famous.
They push squares, but you can't push this square because of the rubber.
So you can all... it's out of the shot, but I appreciate that.
We already talked about that.
Original accessories supported.
Yes.
SNES controllers can go right in here. And I forgot to look into this, but I'm guessing Super Famicom controller ports are the same?
They must be. Well, maybe? I don't know. I've never had to think about that because with
Right.
the NES,
Right.
it's just built in with the Super Famicom.
With a Famicom.
Famicom, yeah.
The un-Super Famicom. So you can plug in your mouse, your Super Nintendo mouse, your Super Nintendo controllers. They also
Super
work.
Scope.
They also work closely with 8-bit Do or 8-bit Do, so you can order one of those wireless things with your purchase if you want to.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it works great. So, original accessories or modern accessories, they're all supported.
Do you know? Actually, it probably wouldn't work. The Super Scope.
Yeah, I don't know. How did that thing plug in? I never had an SNES.
I don't know, but it's battery operated.
Mm.
So
that means no way. No, it probably works. If you can plug in an SNES controller.
But I'm wondering if it works with the modern TVs, because you know how
Right.
Zapper doesn't.
I gotcha.
I don't know.
I gotcha.
It's weird.
But, Simeon, I mentioned purchase, and this is where the rubber meets the desk.
Yes, it is where the rubber meets the desk. Costs nearly $200.
Okay.
So it is a little bit expensive. It's not cheap, though. You can tell just by the way it feels
Yep.
that this is a hefty, nice piece of equipment. But, you know, the SNES Classic is cheaper if you want the games that are on the SNES Classic.
Mm-hmm.
that's nice. But if you want more games, just have it get struck by magical lightning like we did. No.
Yeah, and we know a lot of people our age or a little older that grew up with SNES, and the Classic Edition totally hit the spot for them because it had most of the games that they remembered from their childhood, and it came with 2 controllers, and it got them right back into the action. So I would say this is not for everybody. It's for the really serious or hardcore fan or the collectors or people who even like to import games.
See, that's the thing, and I would like to do a little bit of research as far as region locking on this compared to, because this is definitely obviously compatible with both the Japanese games and the American games.
Yeah.
The Retron. Which I have. The Retron 5, which I have. I don't know if it can play Super Famicom games. Not sure.
Well, what are the 5 things?
Oh, I have the Retron 3, sorry.
Yeah.
Which is Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis.
Okay. So maybe 5 included some of those Japanese-ies?
Could be.
But what's the difference between like a Retron or is it probably just the region locking, you think? Because Retrons take original controllers.
They don't output into HDMI.
Even 5? Retron 5?
I'm not sure. I don't have a Retron 5. I don't keep up on that stuff. I get the Retron 3. That was what I needed. I don't need anything more.
Right.
No, so this, I would not buy this because I don't have any Super Nintendo or Super Famicom games.
Right.
I have Super Nintendo games, and I play them on my Retron, and HDMI is not that big of a draw for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta say, it was fun. Last week we played Mario and Wario. That's the cartridge that we have plugged in here. Never localized, so it was really cool to play a Super Famicom game in HD and be able to stream it. And then right after this segment, we are going to be playing Mario Paint with the original mouse, which is cool. So this thing makes it all possible. Mario Paint is not on the SNES Classic Edition, and it couldn't be even if the lightning bolt put it on there.
That's right.
And by lightning bolt, we mean expanding your library through hacking. But this makes it possible, and the person who made the making it possible was Enrique Lopez.
Thank you.
Huge shout out
so much
to our patron and friend Enrique, who got all this stuff together and shipped it across the country so that we would be able to show it to you guys. So let us know in the comments if you think you are someone who the Analog NT might be for.
Yes, let us know below.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the crew. And thanks for being Enrique.
Yes, thank you for being Enrique. Don't forget to sponsor us on Patreon. You get so much exclusive content if you are a patron. Man, I just need to go back to bed. I am going to fill fish today. I'm going to turn him into a verb. Rage quit. Rage quitting today. Fill fishing today.
See you guys next time.
Signing out.